One of our viewers asked this question: how far ahead can I apply for Social Security retirement benefits? So they want to know how far in advance of when they retire can they start to apply. So we're going to explore this question and much more, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. This is Richard with Wisdom Investor. Today we're going to explore this question: how far in advance can you apply for your Social Security benefits before you retire? So I want to thank you for joining us here today. In addition to this question, we're also going to look at when is the best time to retire. Also, what if you work and receive Social Security benefits at the same time? How is that treated? So stay tuned for the full episode. We have some good information here to share. Let's look at the first part of our question here. How early can I apply for Social Security retirement benefits? How far in advance of when I retire? The answer to that question is if you want your benefits to start at age 62, you can apply at age 61 and 8 months. So the earliest you can receive your payments is 62, but you can apply as early as 61 and 8 months. So what day of the month would you receive your check? If you're born between the days of 1 through 10, you will get your check on the second Wednesday of each month. If you're born between the days of 11 and 20, you would get your check on the third Wednesday. And if you were born between the 21st and the 31st, you would get your check on the fourth Wednesday. So that's how Social Security will send out the checks to you. Now, we said the earliest you can take Social Security is age 62. Now, here's a situation here. This is Anna. She's 62. Now, there are some benefits if you wait till you're older. Your benefit does grow. In this situation, if Anna took the benefit at 65, her benefit would be $1,600. If she takes it at 62, it's going to be somewhere around 25% less, and she would receive $1,200. If she waited till age 70, the benefit would grow up to $2,112. Now, there's reasons people take their benefit at 62. It could be because of health reasons. It could be that maybe their position ended and they can't find another job, or maybe they just want to retire and they're ready to retire, so they take their benefit at 62. Now, anytime we start talking about when to take Social Security, the subject of full retirement age is going to come up. So let's discover what the full retirement age is for you. So full retirement age is the age when you get your full retirement benefit. Now, here's how it's calculated. If you're born 1960 or later, it's going to be age 67. If you were born before 1960, say 1955, it's going to be age 66 in 2 months. 1959, it would be 66 in 10 months. Now back to Anna for just a second here. For every year that Anna waits after her full retirement age, her benefit is going to grow by 8%. So if she waited till age 70, in this case, it's going to grow from $1,600 to $2,112. At age 70, that's the maximum amount of time that your benefit will grow to. The next question we're going to look at is when exactly should I take my Social Security? At what age should I start receiving my Social Security retirement benefits? There's going to be several factors, and each one of us is going to have different factors. How long are you going to live? What is your family history of longevity? Now, typically, once you hit 65, you're going to live on the average about 20 to 21 more years. Of course, some people live shorter than that and some people live much longer. But you have to look at your own situation as far as the longevity in your family history. Also, where do you live? Different parts of the country are going to be more expensive or less expensive than others. How much savings do you have? Now, Social Security is supposed to cover about 40% of your retirement income. About 30 to 40% of the people live solely on Social Security. But depending on where you live and what your expenses are, you really want to have some type of a savings to help supplement your Social Security. And then the other thing to look at is how much are your expenses. The average Social Security check today is $1,508. Of course, some people make less than that and some people are going to make more. But what you're going to have to do is look at your own expenses. Sit down and calculate your expenses. Are your expenses going to be less than what your Social Security check is going to be? If it's not, then you may have to look at additional ways to generate income. Now, there's still quite a few people that retire and continue to work. That brings us to our next topic. What if you work and collect Social Security? How does Social Security handle that? So the question is, what happens if I work and get Social Security retirement benefits? If you're less than your full retirement age, there is an earnings limit of $18,240 in 2020. Now, this earnings limit is adjusted annually depending on national wage trends. So what happens if you earn over $18,240 in a year? Social Security will deduct, for every $2 over this amount, they will deduct $1 of your benefits. Now, once you reach full retirement age, and we talked about full retirement age a moment ago, let's say your full retirement age is 67. Once you reach age 67, there's no longer any more earnings limit. So if you retired at 62, there would be an earnings limit between the ages of 62 and 66. So just to recap, if you work and receive Social Security, if you go over that limit of $18,240, for every $2 above that amount, they will take out $1 of Social Security. Now, you may ask, what happens to that money? Once you reach your full retirement age, they'll go back and recalculate that. And over time, they will actually give that money back to you. So you're not actually being penalized. That brings up another question here. If I'm working while taking Social Security and paying into the Social Security tax, will my benefit increase? And yes, Social Security will go back and recalculate your benefits if you are working. So your benefit could actually increase. The next question that comes up, do I have to pay taxes on my Social Security benefit? Must I pay Social Security taxes on my earnings? If you've reached full retirement age, which in many cases is going to be 66 in so many months or 67, you will not have to pay federal tax on Social Security benefits. However, if you are below your full retirement age, you may have to pay some federal tax or even some state taxes. Let's look at how income taxes work. It says here, some of you have to pay federal income tax on your Social Security benefits. This usually happens only if you have other substantial income in addition to your benefits, such as wages, self-employment, interest, dividends, or other taxable income that must be reported on your tax return. Goes on to say here, you will pay tax on only 85% of your Social Security benefits based on Internal Revenue Service rules. Here's what they say. If you file a federal tax return as an individual and your combined income is between $25,000 and $34,000, you may have to pay income tax on up to 50% of your benefits. More than $34,000, up to 85%. Now, if you file a joint return, you and your spouse have combined income that is between $32,000 and $44,000. You have to pay income tax on up to 50% of your benefits, and then an income of more than $44,000 up to 85% of your benefits. So on your federal income tax 1040, you may have to pay some tax on the benefits, but typically only if you have additional source of income coming in. Now, when it comes to your state taxes, that's going to vary. Some states do tax Social Security. Most states don't, but some do. And if you look at this map of the United States, those in the darker areas either have no state income tax on Social Security or very little. So if you have additional questions, leave a comment. We also have additional videos on our channel about Social Security and when to take Social Security benefits. Thank you for watching.